لا إله إلا الله.
Say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome you to another in our series, The Best in Islam. In this series, we continue to look at what Allah and His Messenger have identified as being the best. From an Islamic perspective, within the Islamic practices, human society, best in all aspects of life. And in this episode, we'll be looking at what is best with regards to marriage for women when it comes to men. What is the best man for a woman to marry? We have a verse from the Quran in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala specified that وَلَا تُنْكِحُوا الْمُشْرِكِينَ حَتَّى يُؤْمِنُوا وَلَعَبْدٌ مُؤْمِنٌ خَيْرٌ مِنْ مُشْرِكٍ وَلَوْ أَعْجَبَكُمْ. Do not marry the idol worshippers until they believe. Indeed, a believing slave is better than a free idol worshipper, in spite of how pleasing he may seem to you. This verse is considered the definitive verse with regards to Muslim women being not allowed to marry other than Muslim men. For a Muslim woman to marry a non-Muslim man is impermissible according to Islamic law. We know that Islamic law permits a Muslim man to marry a non-Muslim woman if she is a Christian or a Jew, but not if she is a Buddhist or a idol worshiper, a Hindu, etc. He's not allowed. The exception is made for Christians and Jews because of the closeness of their nations to revelation. Their books still contain clear references to authentic revelation from God. The other books are far away. So far, one may even question whether they had divine origin at all. So that exception is made for men, but not for women. Why is that? People would ask today. In the past, nobody asked the question. But in these times where male-female equality has become, a major issue from Western civilization, they've made this issue of men being equal to women such an issue that everything comes into question where equality, or what is seen to be equality, does not take place. So this is one of the cases that Islam comes under attack as a result of it. However, the idea behind it, what is behind it? Why would Islam not allow a Muslim woman to marry a Christian or Jew, but allows a Muslim man to marry a Christian or a Jew? This is a question that could be asked and is asked. The reason being that if a Muslim man marries a Christian or Jewish woman, he, in the practice of his religion, will not require her to do anything which is against the teachings. When a Muslim man marries a Christian woman, for example, whatever he asks her to do to maintain a Muslim household will not be against the teachings of Christianity. For example, if he asked her when she goes outside the house to cover herself, Christianity does not prescribe that women should wear mini skirts, expose themselves. It doesn't prescribe that. In fact, the early images of Christian women were covered up, looking like Muslim women. If, again, Muslim husband, he tells his wife, I don't want alcohol in my house. Again, a Christian woman is not obliged to drink alcohol. So it's not against her religion what he would ask of her. And if he said, I don't want to eat pork, I don't want any pork in the house, don't bring it in the house, don't cook it in the house. Again, a Christian woman is not obliged to eat pork. Jesus didn't eat pork himself. So, of this, the basic and most obvious things that he might ask of her, these things don't go against her religion. Now, if we go to the other side, a Christian man, he tells his wife, because he's coming from a society where people, are proud of their women being exposed. So he tells his wife, listen, I don't want you, because she's Muslim, I don't want you covering yourself all up, because then people can't see you and appreciate you, and I don't get a chance to feel proud. So I want you to take off your covering. Wear a miniskirt. Now all of this is against her religion. Similarly, if he says, bring me the pork. I want my bacon with my eggs every morning. So she's now obliged to cook and serve pork. And I want some alcohol. In my culture, we drink alcohol regularly. So again, she is obliged to serve him alcohol, something which is forbidden in her religion. And as we said, it being the nature that women seek to please their husband, she is likely to break the rules of Islam in order to please her husband. So on that level, you can see why Islam permits it in the case of the male, but not in the case of the female, to protect her religion. Also the children. If we consider the children, if it's a Muslim man, his wife is Christian, they have children, then he insists that the children are raised as Muslims, she would likely go along with that. He'll put them in Muslim schools, whatever, and their Islam is protected. On the other hand, if the husband is Christian and he says, well, I want my children to be raised as Christian, then she is now in a compromised position, obliged to go along with her husband, and the children may be raised as Christians. And so their Islam is lost. So it is on the basis of protecting the woman and her religion, the children and their religion, why Islam does not allow a Muslim woman to marry other than a Muslim man. It is not to oppress her, it is to protect her, to protect the generation to come.
Season Consualatina, Season Consanjalo.
Islamic Online University. Changing the nation through education. Register now and get started. Visit www.iou.edu.gm for more details.